you see this? This is a cauliflower. Now, before you turn off your TV and go, ew, cauliflower, let me tell you something about cauliflower. It looks like just white, mild-mannered, maybe gives you a little gas, cauliflower, but it's loaded with a compound called glucosinolates. Say that with me, glucosinolates. Well done, crew. What that does is when you chew cauliflower, as you must with all food, it helps control blood sugar, lower cholesterol, and fight cancer. Think the same about it now? I didn't think so. All right, this is a quick side dish. So we're gonna take some avocado oil into a skillet. Take some leek. Remember to clean the leek underwater so you wash all the sand out of these many, many layers. Cut the root off. And we're gonna cut this into sort of wide, oblong pieces. Remember, use the whole leek. You want the chlorophyll and the vitamin C and the fiber. Don't be throwing it back into the compost bin, just the ends. Put it into the oil, turn the heat on, let them start to sweat a little bit. The leeks become very sweet and very quick. We'll add some garlic, because why not? And we're gonna add a tiny touch of soy sauce. So I used avocado oil because I'm using soy sauce. And when I use soy sauce, I don't really like to use extra virgin olive oil. I don't like those flavors together. If you like them, have a ball. If you don't, don't. So we're gonna let this start to sweat while we break apart the cauliflower. Now, cauliflower doesn't need to be cut. You break all the little florets off the stem. Now, some people say keep the stem, throw it in your soup. Some people keep the greens, throw them in their soups. If the greens look lovely like this, go ahead. But if they look a little brown or the stem seems a little tough, compost bin. Then you take your cauliflower and you split the stem to open up the floret. You don't really cut all the way through, just down into the stem like that. Because you want to make nice chunky pieces for this. You don't want the cauliflower to be mushy. Remember, you need to chew it, okay? But you don't want it raw either. If it's raw, those compounds aren't released. So, now that the leeks and the garlic are ready, yum, in goes cauliflower. Now, while the cauliflower sort of simmers and braises in the oil with a little soy sauce, we're gonna make a dressing and then come back and finish the dish. So in our dressing is sesame tahini. Make sure when you buy tahini, spend a little extra money and get the one that pours like a liquid. This will give you a much nicer finish on your sauces. Otherwise, it's like peanut butter, it's thick and you gotta stir it. Don't get crazy with that. Next, we'll add some apple cider vinegar. You can also use rice vinegar, you can use whatever you like, but don't use something really sweet like balsamic, because we're adding a little bit of brown rice syrup to get that sweet taste. And I like it because it's a complex sweetener and it's gonna give us a sweet flavor without an insulin trigger. A little soy sauce to season it. And then we're gonna take the zest of a lemon right into the dressing. This is gonna give you a really lovely, fresh lemon flavor that's gonna create more depth than if you just use the juice. That's why I like to use both. Oh, but you are gonna use organic lemons, right? You don't wanna grate pesticides into your dressings. Make sure you use organic when you can find them. Then cut the lemon in half after it's zested. Make sure you zest it first, because if you juice it and then try to zest it, it doesn't work so well. Add that in. Then you're gonna take and just stir this until it's creamy. And all the ingredients combine. You can whisk it, you can just stir it, whatever you prefer. Now this is gonna go into the dish before the greens. So that goes in. Give it a quick stir. Lower your heat as low as you can, because now there's lemon juice in here. You don't want to cook it for very long or the lemon juice will get bitter. Now we're going to take some broccoli rabe, which I love. It's like a total Italian thing. Most people don't love it. They boil it before they cook it because it's too bitter. It's supposed to be bitter. It's supposed to, that's its job. It opens up the liver, makes you feel happier. But when you buy broccoli rabe, if you see little splits in the stems, cut the whole stem off, because bitter is one thing and bitter is another. So this goes in, bite-sized pieces. We're just gonna stir it in with a tiny bit more soy sauce just until it wilts. This is not a dish that you wanna cook the greens until they're limp. You wanna cook them just until they wilt a tiny, tiny bit. The cauliflower still is a little bit crispy, a little crunchy. This isn't like an overdone dish. This is gonna be served on the side of your chickpea farro soup to create an amazing dinner. And we're gonna make dessert too, so settle down. So now we take a dish. We just spoon the dish right out onto that. And you have a brilliant side dish that helps to control blood sugar, make your liver happy, was easy to make, your family will love it, it has a rich dressing. I don't know what else I can do to help you make a simple supper, but this is a good part.